What's going on, gun family? Urban Gun Reviews, and today on Friends with Guns, we got Life with Obi. So appreciate you coming on and sitting down and chopping it up with me, bro.
Yeah, no, most that.
No doubt, no doubt. So we're gonna hop into these questions. First question I ask everybody is, where are you from?
Originally from Colorado.
All right, cool. Uh, how'd you come up with your YouTube channel name?
Basically, it's just my life, honestly. Just my life with, I first started it with cars because I'm into cars, guns, and stuff like that. So I first started with it with cars and guns,
Yeah.
but then I made this whole one just strictly about guns.
All right. Where I see you got the whips. You know what I mean? Check that out on your Instagram. See you got the whips. That's
Yeah, I'm
what's up.
trying. I'm trying.
That's what's up. What's OB stand for? If you don't mind saying.
It's my last name.
Oh, all right. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
How long you been in the firearms?
Uh, like this, probably maybe I want to say like 4 years,
4 years.
4 years.
All right. You got any like training when it comes to firearms?
Like professional training.
Yeah, like certifications, trainings like that, military
Uh,
background, anything.
Nah, nothing like that.
All right. All right. What got you interested in firearms?
Um, Honestly, just kind of being around, like just where I come from. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I had a gun long before 3 years, but um I didn't really know everything about it. I wasn't
Yeah.
like I was just basic. I didn't know about you have to clean your guns, you had to oil them. I didn't know nothing about that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there like a specific person or persons that kind of got you into firearms?
Uh, Not really. I was kind of been intrigued by them, but not really.
Yeah, I feel you. That's kind of like how I was. Like my uncle and my grandfather was in the military. You know what I mean? But I went shooting with my uncle and my grandfather maybe like once or twice in my life. So like guns really wasn't like always around, but like
Mhm.
I've seen them and stuff like that. But I always kind of had like an interest in them, but nobody really like took me out and was like, look, this is how you do this is how you do that and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
as I got
Exactly.
older, you know what I mean, growing up, where I grew up, it was like you kind of had to have a gun, you know what I mean, to try to protect yourself and what you had and stuff like that. So that kind of
Yeah.
pushed me towards it more.
Exactly.
Yeah. What made you want to be a content creator?
I like art, so I've been watching it for a while.
Yeah.
Like I watch other people's channels and stuff, and I was like, I might as well. Like a lot of people been telling me to do it because
Hmm.
I mean I have guns. I usually record when I go to rain. I just didn't put it on YouTube or stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, you might as well just drop that joint on YouTube. So
That's what's up. That's
started it
what's
like
up.
that.
How long you been doing YouTube?
I think a little over a year with the guns.
Uh,
Yeah.
so you said you had like you still have your other channel?
You talking about? Well, this was my first channel.
Oh okay. I thought you had like I said you had a car channel. You was doing like
No,
cars.
I used to put cars on that channel.
Oh okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so what's would you say you had a favorite car?
Uh, nah, I can't even call it with cars. Like there's so many different types of cars. Now if you can, like, are you trying to talk about all around, like in the
Yeah, just
world, or are you
all
talking about?
around general cars. Like would you say you have like an all time like car wish list? Like I want to get this and stuff like that.
I mean, if you put it like that, then I'd be in like Lambos, McLarens,
Yeah.
stuff, Ferraris, stuff like that.
All
So it'd
right.
be like supercars.
Yeah. So that's your like favorite kind is like those type of cars like supercars compared to like
Yeah, I mean,
muscle
I like
cars. That's usually
supercars. I like muscle cars, and I like trucks.
yeah.
So I'm kind of all over the place with that.
I feel you. I feel you. I always like the Monte Carlos, like the 82s, 83 Monte Carlos. Them is
Oh, the
it's
old
crazy. Yeah,
school.
and box Chevys and stuff like that. Them is
Yes, yes,
fire.
we were really into that in high school. Like we really like the donk,
Yeah.
like the big wheel. Did y'all have them like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We used to
Yeah,
get them like
that's how everybody liked it.
when twenties
Yeah.
first really like got big. You know, everybody had twenties on they car and everything like
Mhm.
that. So and then we was even putting like the tens on it and shit like that. But yeah, What's your EDC?
I got a couple, honestly. I mean, sometimes I go with that Arms Corps BBR. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I heard of it before.
That Glock 19 X or the Glock 29. And I just got the FN 509C tactical.
All right. You said FN 509C.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my joint. I had that. I probably got like a couple months ago. I love that shit. That shit fire for real.
yeah. What you think about the trigger on that?
I don't like the trigger. I'm not like a big
Yeah.
fan of the trigger. It's like real gritty.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna like carry it for like everyday carry or anything like that. It's more for like home defense because I put a red dot on there and I got a light on O light on there, so I'm not gonna carry it or nothing. But I like it. I'm thinking about changing out the trigger, and getting something different. But
Yeah. Somebody left me a comment on my channel telling me I think it was an Apex trigger
yeah,
that they dropped in there. So I was thinking about doing that because yeah, I don't like that trigger neither.
yeah, and like I made sure like it wasn't just mine. Like I heard things about the trigger, but then like I went to a couple of different stores and was like trying them out and like dry firing them in the store, and I was like they all just seem gritty like that. So
Yeah, 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 most definitely.
yeah. Um, what's your thoughts on handguns with safeties?
Honestly, I, I don't really like I don't not like them, but I don't like veer towards them because I like 1911s. Damn near almost
Yeah.
all 1911s got safeties on them.
Yep.
So like I could take it or leave it basically.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Like sometimes, like if it's a gun that I'm like not 100% on, I'm just like I might just want it. Then I might grab it or I might not just because it got a safety on it. But I'm not really like I don't really have a lot of guns with safeties just because I don't like
Uh,
that extra step. You know what I mean? I have to take the safety out because you got to train for that and like train doing it.
yeah.
And then especially having different guns and shit like that. Like it's I don't know. To me, it's just a little too much. You know what I
So
mean?
so so a safety on a gun will kind of veer you away from even buying the gun.
Depending on the gun. Like if I'm like really like trying to get this gun, then I'll be like the safety ain't a big deal. But if it's just a gun that I'm like on the fence about, then I might not grab it. You know what I mean? If it
Uh,
has a safety.
I mean, you don't always have to put the safety on,
True.
but
True.
honestly, like there was actually a problem I was running into with the M&P Easy, the Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
Like shooting it, sometimes your hand can activate that
Activate that
trigger.
trigger.
I
Yeah.
mean that safety without you knowing. So yeah, that could be a liability too. So
Yeah. Definitely.
I
Definitely.
see how people don't like safeties.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on carry guns with red dots and lights?
Carry it like concealed carry or carry it like at the crib.
Yeah, it can still carry.
Um,
Or open carry. Either one. You know what I mean?
I think I think they got his place.
Yeah.
Like I think you can come up on some scenarios or some situations
Hmm.
where you will need a light.
Yeah.
You will like I have never had a gun with a red dot on it though.
Okay.
So
Like none
that
at all?
no, like
Oh, no.
that FN is the first one that I had with a red dot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight using like, at least a pistol.
Hmm.
Not I'm just yeah, that FN is the first one, but I'm strictly iron sights. So carrying with a red dot, I could take it or leave it, but I think a light can come in handy sometimes.
Yeah, the FN actually was my first gun, my first handgun that I ever put a red dot on too. Like,
Yeah.
and I've never carried a gun with a light or a red dot or anything. Not that I'm opposed to it, but I just like everything being stock. And you know, what I mean, I don't really like. Not saying everybody who uses a red dot depend on them and stuff like that, but I just like the irons and stuff. And then, like you
Yeah.
said, lights could be definitely beneficial, in certain situations. But
Yeah.
I kind of carry like a little pocket light sometimes, but it's not
Oh,
something I really keep in my EDC like stuff.
I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
What's your thoughts about keeping a round in the chamber at all times?
Oh, for me right now, that's a must, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, but when I was first starting off, I would even put the round in the same bag as the gun. Like
Oh yeah.
I was tripping with that. But like you got to get comfortable. Like I feel like once you really learn your gun, once you really like practice, train,
Yeah.
like train on safety and stuff, you become more comfortable with that because, like, really, I don't feel like there's a point if you're gonna carry a gun and not have a round in it, because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna sit there and wait for you to, load that
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Let me rack this round before we get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it took me probably about a year, you know what I mean, before I was comfortable with it. You know,
Yeah.
like I would always just carry them like, oh, I got enough time, and then like when you really sat and I really sat and thought about it, I was like if shit happens, you ain't got enough time. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
rare that you got enough time to rack around. You know, so it comes with practice though. A lot of people, like I try to tell people, you know, you got to practice that way and train that way. You know, nobody's just going to grab a gun and, oh, I'm gonna carry one in the head. You know what I mean? I guess people do, but it's rare. You know, everybody not
Yeah.
just.
I mean, you see a lot of reckless people that do that. Like
Yeah,
I see a
yeah.
lot of, people in the hood that they
Oh,
don't
hell
care.
yeah, hell yeah.
They just do whatever.
Yeah, yeah. What's the first gun that you ever purchased?
A high point.
Woo!
A high point. Oh, faithful high point.
Was it the C9 or was it something different?
Nah, it was a 45. It's a big
45.
ugly gun, bro.
Uh,
Like it's a green high point. And
they know
but
how
I'm
to make
telling you,
them ugly.
that thing never jammed on me. Like
Yeah,
not once. And I have never cleaned it. Like that's the only gun I've never. I literally just learned how to take it apart because I still got it.
yeah,
So I literally just learned how to take it apart because it's kind of got some like complex steps taking it apart. But yeah, I never cleaned it, and that thing just ran like
yeah.
out the door.
See, High Point sent me it was the C9 the review, and like that thing jammed like damn near every other round. Like it was terrible.
Really?
I don't like the mags though. The mags are just I think the
Oh,
problem with it,
they're
and they're
ugly too.
ridiculous. And like you said, I didn't like the like I don't like the blowback system, and that like made it weird as hell to take apart. Like that's the only gun like that I ever
Yeah,
taken apart, and I'm like, yo, the field strip, this is like I gotta YouTube this and look this up. And I was like, that shit was it
exactly,
was
exactly.
difficult. It took me probably about an hour and a half to put it back together. Like after you got to get that spring and fix it in there, I'm like, man, this
Yeah,
is
in the back.
ridiculous. Like, I was mad as hell. Like, nah, I ain't never taking this apart again. But after I did it like 3 or 4 times, like it became easier. So now it's not that bad to take apart, but it still ain't nothing
Yeah,
I like to do on the regular.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What made you buy the hot point?
Honestly, it was cheap. I didn't know nothing about guns. It
Yeah.
was cheap, and even that was like $170, and I was on the fence about that. Like I was like, man, man, this is bread right here. Like I was trying to get a discount or something,
Yeah.
but nah. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it was just cheap. It was cheap. It was a 45, and at that point, I thought a 45 was like the most powerful round.
Yep.
That you can get in a pistol.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know no better.
Yeah. My first gun I got a Smith and Wesson 45 ACP, and like you, like I thought like the 45 was a king. So I was like, this is
Mm.
the biggest gun, biggest caliber. You know, I ain't know no better. So I was like, this is my shit right here. So
That's it. Like
yeah.
you expect them to you to hit somebody with that 45, they just blow up.
Yeah.
Like it just stop everything.
Right, like 45. There wasn't no stopping that. That was the best gun on the market. Yeah. What made you buy your first firearm?
Um, honestly, like I felt like the way things were going,
Yeah.
I felt like I needed it, especially people that was around, and like people started doing way more crazier stuff, way more dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So I just felt like I needed something.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. You ever bought a used firearm?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
You remember what it was?
Um, I just recently bought it. It's a COP. Um, I'm actually about to do a video on that one on my YouTube. I haven't even showed it yet,
Oh yeah.
but that's a collector's gun. But it's called a COP 357.
I ain't never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Is it a revolver or is a?
it's like it's a break open 357, but it's shaped like a pistol.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask anyway. You ever bought a gun at a gun show?
Oh yeah, yeah. I just recently started doing that. Honestly, this year I
Yeah.
bought a couple of guns from gun shows.
Yeah, I think I seen the video where you went to like your first gun show this year or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one. That one was tight. Would you consider yourself a movie guy?
A movie
Yeah,
like video.
not just like movies, like film movies, shit like that.
You like watching or like
Yeah,
actually create? Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like movies and stuff, but yeah, I would say so.
All right. In your opinion, it was kind of a follow up question there. In your opinion, what's like the best gun movie ever made?
Uh, Now, is it like what, like just any movie with guns?
Yeah, it don't have to be like solely based on guns, but just like, like I'm gonna say like man, like I like Heat, like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, like that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite guns. I mean favorite movies with guns.
Man, that's hard. That's hard because I could say I don't know. I could say like Scarface, or I could say like John Wick. Like
Classics.
that's hard, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely put those in my top.
All right, I feel you. I just got into John Wick like earlier this year. Like I had never watched it, and then one day I was just sitting there. I was like, let me check out this John Wick. I was like, man, I don't know what I was missing. That shit is mean. Yeah. Any gun that you would like to get, but you feel like the price is too high at the moment?
Honestly, the price is high regardless, but I want a 50 BMG, the Barrett.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be high regardless,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I'm looking into like the FN scars. I want one of those. And I'm like, that was like 4 bands. I had to break the
yeah.
bank right now. That's like my fantasy gun. That's like my unicorn gun. Like I want the FN scar. Like
Have you shot one before?
I never shot one. I never even shot one.
What makes you like really want that gun?
I just like the look of it. You know what I mean? I just like the look of it. I never even held one to be honest, but I just like the way they look.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You ever shot one?
Nah, I
No.
never shot one. I seen one, like I held one. One of my homeboys got one, but I ain't never shot one.
Yeah, one another gun tuber, Shot City. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he said he got some people who could like put some in my hand, let me shoot him and shit like that. So I'm supposed to link up
Okay.
with him. He ain't too far from me. He in like Ohio, so it's like a
Oh,
couple hours away from me. How often would you say you clean your carry guns?
oh, I know you can run them like a couple hundred rounds without cleaning them. I clean them every time I come back from the range.
Okay.
So regardless, I mean, it's just something to get out the way.
Yeah, yeah. I might clean mine like once a month or something like that. Depending on how often I shoot it. Like if it's like I carry the CZ P10C, so if I shoot that a
Mhm.
lot, then I like to keep it clean because I carry that most of the time. So I like to keep it
Okay,
clean.
now are you one of those people who like even if you don't take it to the range, are you still gonna clean it and oil it and check it up,
Yeah.
or
Yep. Yep.
okay,
Yeah. So
okay,
if like right now I haven't been to the range probably like a month, and I like cleaned it like not too long ago, like a couple days ago.
gotcha.
Because like when I carry it, I notice like because I got like gun magnets and shit. So like when I put it on the magnet or just take it out in general, I see like there'll be like little lint from my jeans or whatever. So I try to
Oh
keep it clean
yeah,
and keep debris out of there and stuff.
yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Best gun that you feel like you ever shot?
Pistol or rifle?
All around, don't matter, either one.
Oh man, I can't even call that honestly. Like if I was talking about pistols, it'd have to be a 1911. It'd have to
1911.
either be like a Wilson Cobb or no, my Dan Wesson. My Dan Weston is a really good shoe in 1911.
Yeah.
Daniel Defense AR-15. Um, I like my Sam 7K, the AK pistol,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't just say one gun.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Oh, do you have a worst gun you feel like you ever shot?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard of it. It's like a Jimenez Arms
I heard those. Yep.
380. Oh man, that thing used to kill my hand. Like every time I shoot it, it's
Yeah.
scraping my skin.
Oh
It's scraping it. It's
yeah.
so gritty. It's just nasty. I hate that thing.
Yeah, I actually looked into them because like I've seen a lot of people was complaining about them and saying that they wasn't really good, and I kind of got this
Mhm.
thing for bad guns. Like I like trying out bad guns for some reason, so I was looking
Yeah.
them up, but it's like they're kind of hard to find actually.
Oh, they out of business now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Would you consider yourself a fanboy to any gun manufacturer, and who?
No, no, I'm all over the place with my with my guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say when I started, I was kind of a Glock fanboy. I kind of might be one still. You know what I mean? Because like when I was coming up, Glocks was like the gun of guns to me. It was like that's the gun that you want to get. You want to get a Glock, and I was like I never really put enough money together to get one or tried to get one. I thought they was kind of high at the time, but now after buying some of the guns I bought, I'm like, shit, $500 ain't really nothing for a gun now. But
Exactly. You spend that much on ammo, boy.
right, right, yeah. But now I wouldn't say that I'm really like just sold on just Glocks at all because I've tried like a whole bunch of different guns. So I like them all now, really.
Exactly.
You prefer indoors or outdoor ranges?
If I'm if I'm shooting a video, I prefer indoor
Yeah,
because the sound of the gun, you can really hear that echo, that vibration of it.
yeah.
But if I'm just having fun, definitely outdoor.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mostly shoot indoor, but like I hate the like percussion from shooting indoors, especially if you're shooting like a rifle or some shit indoors. That just it like blow your
Yeah.
ears out. It don't matter what kind of air protection I got on. Them 223s, 556s indoors, that shit hurt.
Have you shot a Draco indoors?
I never shot a Draco indoors. The one range that I go to that's indoors, they don't allow like 7.62s. You can't shoot
What?
those indoors. Yeah, they don't allow because they don't have like the backstop to be able to stop
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That Draco indoors, oh that'll make you want to leave. That makes you want to leave.
Would you say it's worse than that 500 you be shooting indoors?
The concussion, yeah. The
Yeah.
recoil, no.
Okay. On average, how often you say you go to the gun range?
Probably a couple times a week, maybe once or twice a week.
All right.
Yeah.
Best handgun caliber and why?
Oh, 10 millimeter, like off rip.
Yeah.
It just strictly the ballistics of it, like what it can do. This it got like weight to it, but it also got speed.
Yeah.
Like I just love the 10 millimeter.
Is the Glock 29 is that 10 millimeter?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what I thought. That's like the longer frame or
the
the shorter
Glock
frame?
29 is the shortest one.
The short frame. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking into those not too long ago. Like I didn't want the 29. I think it was the 30, 33 maybe, something like that, or maybe 30, 31 maybe. It might be. But
Oh, are you talking about the mid-size 10
yeah,
millimeter?
yeah, it wasn't the full size. It was like the compact 10
That's
millimeter.
that's the
Maybe it's the
Glock 20.
20. The 20, yeah.
20.
Yeah, but like ammo was kind of like crazy at that time, so I was like, ain't no point in buying it when it's just gonna sit around and I can't really shoot
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's still kind of crazy, but I mean, you look online, you look hard enough, you're gonna find some good deals.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Best rifle caliber and why?
The 7.62,
7.62. I love the 7.62. That's
7.62,
my shit.
because that thing it just runs through anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially out of AK. Well, I'm saying specifically out of AK platform, because they're
mm.
building it out of those AR type things that can shoot 7.62.
Yeah. I seen those. I seen those. It's like a
Those aren't
mutant. Is it a mutant or something
huh?
like that? Is it a mutant? Like the
Mutant. I had the CMMG Mutant. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that one. I mean, that one kind of ran all right because you can still use AK magazine through that.
Uh huh.
But there's some that you stick. You know how like you got to kind of flip the AK magazine to put it into
Yeah.
the gun.
Yeah.
With some of them, you put it in just like an AR, like you put just
Okay.
snap it
Like
in.
straight in. All right.
Yeah, and those ones tend to not be as reliable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. AR-15 or AK-47 platform. We kind of just got into that, but
Yeah. Offer an AK-47.
yeah. If you don't mind saying, what was the most money you ever paid for a gun, and what was it?
6 racks. 6 racks, but I'm not going to say yet 'cause I haven't put it out on my channel.
Got you.
But
Got you.
yeah,
Respect. Um, would you do it again? Would you buy that same gun again if you knowing what you know now? Would you still do
yeah,
it? All
yeah.
right. Dry firing, in your opinion, is it a good thing or bad thing?
I feel like it's a good thing. It's good for practicing.
Yeah,
As long as it's safe, you check that gun and check it again. A
definitely.
lot of people have accidents like that. But yeah, I feel like if you're practicing, yeah,
Yeah. Like, I never really I didn't like when I first got into guns. I didn't know much about dry firing. I didn't know it was called dry firing. I was just like I'm shooting my gun with no ammo in it. But now,
Yeah.
now that I know a lot more about it, and I know about like secondary shots and follow up shots and all that stuff, then I'm like, dry firing is a good thing. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
Yeah.
because it teaches you, you know what I mean, your reset and a whole bunch of things about
Mhm.
your gun. So I like it. You know, a lot of people, some people like, I guess, aren't into it and shit like that. But I
Yeah,
like
I
it.
heard. I heard with some guns it's actually bad for your gun or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
what I
that's
heard
true or
was
not.
like older guns, they're not really good for. But like all the new like polymer guns and stuff like that, you could do that shit all day.
Gotcha,
Except the
gotcha.
FN. Actually, I heard bad things about the FN 509
Really?
tactical. Yeah, they said that the firing pins break easily. Like if you dry fire it a lot, so they actually suggest you not dry fire
Damn, I didn't know that.
it. Yeah.
That's why I got to read the manual. Let me just throw them to the side.
Yeah, yeah. I think I read it and I just seen some videos about it, and they actually have like a new firing pin or whatever that's supposed to be like more durable and stuff like that. So,
uh,
yeah, it's crazy. Thoughts on having a carry rotation?
I mean, I think it's necessary, depending on what your reasons are. Like, because like more people want to carry more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
If it's cold out, you can wear bigger clothes. You get a
Yeah,
bigger gun, you get more rounds. So yeah, I think it's good. But as long as you practice and you accurate with everything that's in your rotation, I think you'll be good.
yeah, yeah. That's why, like, I carry two guns. I carry the CZ P10C. That's like my every day. But then I got the Sig Sauer P365 XL, and that's like my warmer weather shorts, you know, gym shorts type of gun. That's why I carry that around. But like I tell people, if you're gonna have a carry rotation, then you kind of I would suggest you carry it in like the same position, so you get used
Yeah,
to drawing from that position and stuff like that, because you never know, that might throw you off if you get into a defensive situation and you used to pulling it from appendix, and then you got it at 3 o'clock now because it's a different gun. So
that's smart. Yeah, that's definitely smart.
yeah. Thoughts on appendix carry?
I like it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would honestly prefer it
All right.
over side carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll prefer. I think it's more like the gun be more accessible to you
Mm-hmm.
from that position. Well, depend on your body style, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah. I always liked appendix carry, but like I'm a bigger dude, so I was like, appendix carry for me is like torture. So it was like, I was like, nah. But then I ended up finding a holster. It's like a JX Tactical Fat Guy holster, and I was like, man, that holster was
uh,
like one of the best holsters I ever had. So it like enabled me to appendix carry without like getting pinched and all that stuff. So like
gotcha,
without that, I
gotcha.
probably wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't did it consistently, I guess.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on steel or paper targets? Which one you prefer?
Depending on what you're trying to get at, like I feel like if you're going more towards accuracy, you need the paper because
Yeah.
you need to see exactly where you hit. But strictly for fun, I think that still like just hearing that that ping ping of that
Love
still.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's you want that
Yeah.
that feedback from your rounds or something like that.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say still for fun, paper for like practice.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely. You ever had a negligent discharge?
Um, kinda, I would kinda say it was, but I was at the range and
Yeah.
I was pointing the gun down the range. I was looking down the sights. I didn't know how soft the trigger was, so I was pulling. You before you like you trying to find that break in that
Yeah.
trigger. Yeah, I was trying to find the break, but it was too soft, so that thing ended up going off. And I mean, I would say that was the closest I had to a negligent
Yeah.
discharge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least you was down range. You know what I mean? A lot of people
exactly.
turn doing all type of shit with it. So that's the good thing. You remember what gun it was?
Um, no, it was an AR pistol, but it was somebody else at the range, so
All
they had
right.
did something to the trigger,
Yeah.
and it was just super soft, and that thing went off.
Uh, any gun that you looking forward to getting?
Mm. Okay, so you ever heard of Arsenal? They sell like AKs. They're Bulgarian.
It sounds
Um,
familiar. I might have.
okay, so they're coming out with something called the AK-20, to where it has a different gas system to where you can switch it to suppress. and basically you switch it to suppressed. It's basically a one-shot AK, or you can like it just has so much going on for it, especially for being an AK,
Yeah.
and it's a milled receiver. So they were supposed to come out with that one in 2020. They
Okay.
showed it at, I think, 2019 Shot Show. That was supposed to come out with 2020, but they just all over the place. Like
Yeah.
they've been telling, like I've been calling them damn near all 2020, and they're like, oh, we should be getting them next month. Like push like every month. Oh,
Yeah.
next month. I just kind of gave up on them, but like I was looking forward to that. If they came out with it, I would definitely cop.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. In the middle of the night, an intruder comes in your house. What gun you grabbing first?
uh, I'm thinking. You talking about handgun or just anything in general?
Whatever you gonna grab.
It's either going to be between I want to say a shotgun.
Okay.
A shotgun, yeah, it'll probably be a shotgun.
All right. What's your thoughts on open carry?
I think open carry is dumb. I think open carry. There could be so much. Like I just seen a video. Honestly, like I just seen a video of somebody getting their pistol snatched on them. Like he was in a line at a store, and somebody came behind him and just grabbed his pistol and ran.
Yeah. I did a video on one of those, a couple of those actually. Yeah, that's crazy. Like people do it and like they just. It just be there, you know what I mean? I'm like, you don't got no retention holster, and then it be just hanging out like just the stupidest looking shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you gonna completely be away from everybody, like nobody can come close to you, like you a police officer, and like everybody can come close to you, you aware of, then that's different. But if you just gonna be all willy nilly through the store and not really, then nah, you gonna get that thing took.
Yeah, I've seen him in the convenience store. One he had like a 30 round on him, and I'm like, who carries like that? Like, who carries with a 30 round on him? Like,
and if something was to happen, they gonna get you first off rip. Like, you holding.
Yeah, I don't understand people, but it is America, so you carry how you want to carry, but shit, you gotta be smarter.
The smartest.
Yeah. In your opinion, can your vehicle be used as a holster?
Yeah, I feel like it could. I mean, if I did, I'd put like something like a high point in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think your main holster, no. Like I think if you gonna have something on you and just also have something in the truck or something like that, then yeah, that's up to you. But I think you should still have it on you at all times, regardless.
Yeah, I asked that because like there's a Facebook group and it's called like your vehicle is not a holster, and it's like a whole bunch of people who like swear up and down that you can't use your vehicle as a holster. And me, I'm kind of like, I'm 100% in on it. Like I think you can use it as a holster. Me personally, I don't leave my gun in the car though. Like if I'm riding in the car, like I got gun magnets, I keep them in there. I keep them beside me because I feel like when I'm holstering my gun, if I'm sitting in my truck or something like that, it's kind of hard to get to. Like if somebody was to run down on me, so I like to keep it on a magnet. But like if I'm out of the vehicle, like I don't keep it in the vehicle. So in that instance, I wouldn't do
it. Exactly.
Yeah. Do you think? Well, damn, my bad. Do you have a home defense set up as far as like firearms and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right. Is there any firearm that you would 100% recommend?
Oh, AK-47.
All right. That's the first time anybody ever said that. Shout out to the AK.
Hey, you know
it. Any firearm you tell people to stay away from?
That Jimenez arms. I would say Taurus because I hate their customer service, but some Tauruses be all right. But that Jimenez arms, that's straight trash. Like don't even waste it. And it's cheap, but like, nah, you go buy you a pack of ammo for that. Like stay away from that.
All right. You got a favorite ammo brand?
Underwood because they gonna give you full power loads.
Okay, I never heard of them.
You never heard of Underwood?
No, they ain't ringing a bell. I don't think I've heard of them.
That's crazy. Yeah, you need to look them up, especially if you get a 10 millimeter. There's only a couple of companies that is going to give you that full power 10 millimeter. Some gonna be like a dialed down into it like a 40 ballistics or something like that.
Okay.
So if you really want that, you gotta look at like Underwood, Hornady, stuff like that. They'll give you some. They'll give you some good rounds.
Yeah, I like Hornady. I carry Hornady as like my carry ammo. So
Okay.
Underwood, do you use as like carry and practice ammo or just
Oh
for?
no, oh no, that's too expensive. No, that's self-defense rounds only. Practice rounds, it can be whatever. Honestly,
Yeah,
it can be whatever.
yeah. What's your thoughts on steel or brass ammo?
If you run an AR, because AR is so damn picky, you got to use brass.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
for my AKs, I run whatever through them. They're gonna eat and spit out whatever.
Yeah, that's how I do. Like my AK, shit, I don't clean it that much. I probably cleaned it maybe one time since I had it. Like I don't do nothing. I run steel case through it all day. I don't even think I buy brass ammo for it. I just run
No,
straight steel, like because
I've
it's
never
gonna eat it.
bought brass. Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
bought brass for an AK ever. And I can only clean my Draco once, just like you said. I only clean
yeah,
that once.
yeah. That's what I love about it. That's why I like if I had to choose a platform like the AK or AR, I go with the AK all day because it's like I
Oh,
just like the fact that it could be dirty and shoot anything. You know what I mean? And the eight,
that's what exactly. That's what you got
yeah,
it for. Like, you got a gun so it can shoot, so it
yep,
can sit there and look pretty.
yeah. You got a favorite brand of holsters?
Um, tier, probably tier one.
Tier one.
Yeah.
All right. Any holsters that you don't like?
No, not really.
All right.
Not really.
You prefer leather or Kydex holsters?
Probably kind of.
Kydex. Yeah, I'm not really into leather holsters. I might have like two or three of them, but it ain't really something I like. Cause I don't really like the break in, and even like the soft leather, like the kind of suede material leather ones. I don't like those ones either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If there was fewer guns in America, would it result in less gun violence, in your opinion?
You said if there were less guns.
Yeah.
Um, nah. I think it would probably be worse because now like now like not everybody gonna be holding. So now you doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what that's kind of the thing I don't get about California with all these gun laws
Mm-hmm.
because like if somebody get into it like you a criminal already, you plan on doing a mass shooting, bank robbery, you're not gonna be like, oh man, I can't carry an extended magazine because it's against the law, but I'm still
Right.
gonna rob this bank.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, all you doing is restricting the people who's actually going to follow the law, just
Facts.
making them sit in ducks.
Facts. Yeah. That's why I try to tell people all the time. I'm like Chicago, California, New York, like those states right there. I don't know how people live there. Like I'm like,
Exactly.
because everybody know that 9 times out of 10 you don't have a gun. Like, and the criminal don't care. They gonna run down on you, whatever, because they know you're not holding. They just gonna get you. Like, I don't know
That's
how
it.
people do it. Um, you carry inside the waistband or outside the waistband?
Inside.
Inside. You don't like outside, or you just prefer inside?
No, outside's cool. It just depends.
Yeah,
I can do outside or inside, but I just prefer inside. But
yeah.
outside's cool if you're wearing the right clothes.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Like in the wintertime, I might do outside every now and again, but really, I prefer inside. It's just more
Yeah.
comfortable for me. What advice would you give somebody buying their first firearm?
Oh, practice. Practice, watch a whole bunch of safety, like all kinds of safety videos because I think that's what kind of prevented me from like carrying one in the head for however long I did
Yeah,
have that gun for it. Like because I was so like scared with man, what if this thing go off? Like
yeah,
how does it work? Like all kinds of things. Like you watch YouTube, you watch the news, you see all kinds of crazy things about people shooting like their loved ones or something like
yeah,
that
yeah.
by accident. And if you really practice that safety aspect of guns, I think you'll be straight. So I think that's the first thing you should do off rip.
All right, I can dig it. Any YouTube channels that you watch frequently? They don't have to be gun channels. It could be any type of channel.
Hmm. All I watch on YouTube is gun channel. Well, I watch like car channels too, like
Okay.
tall guy car reviews. But most of the things I watch is gun channels, like and active self protection. Have you seen that?
Yeah, John Correa. That's that dude.
Yeah, yeah. Like his thing be having me blue.
Hell
That's like
yeah.
I watch every ad on that just to get to the end of it. Like
Yeah.
but he comes with like facts though. Like he comes
Yeah.
with real stuff. Like crazy scenarios. Like you see the craziest stuff on there.
Yep. Yeah, he be breaking it down too. Like he give you all type of scenarios, all type of aspects. Like cover your ass. Like John Career's that
Exactly.
dude. We kind of got into it already. Like, what's your unicorn gun? But what's like if there's a fantasy gun or a unicorn gun, the best gun that you ever could get? What would you think it would be?
Probably that 50. Probably that 50 BNG. That Barrett.
All right.
Semi, but not with the semi-auto one, not the bolt action one. The sim that you just fire. I want the one you just firing around
Yeah.
straight off the rip.
Yeah. I seen the one video. It was I can't even remember his name right now. It was like a black dude, and he shot like a 50 BMG off his like living room table or some shit. Like outside, he shot it like outside, but like through like a little glass door that was
Yeah.
open. Man, that shit was mean. I can't remember his name right now, but it was nice though. Yeah, but I'm gonna get up out of here. Anything you want to say before we roll?
Nah. Go follow me on YouTube, Life with OB. I appreciate you for having me, but yeah, that's it.
I appreciate you coming through. If y'all not following Life of OB, definitely check him out, man. He got some of the meanest guns and just the meanest content on YouTube. So
So,
definitely check him out. I'm gonna holler at you later on, bro. Appreciate it again.
all right. Yeah, no doubt.
All right.